Hey, what's going on? Thought I'd do an episode of Friday Night Comics here. And this one's going to be kind of just somewhat of a recap of what I've got, in particular this week, and then some few things that I've gotten over the last couple of weeks. So, I've been collecting this series here, this Batman Superman, and I just finally got around to reading this the other day. I caught up on the first 6 issues. And it's pretty good. I really like this. Not so much a fan of the artwork, at least early on here, but I do like this. I do like this series a lot. I'm glad I added it to my pull list. Basically, tells a story of how Superman and Batman first kind of got together. So we'll go through the covers here. Number 2, I really like what DC's doing with the quality of the books these days. You can't really tell here, but the covers are like kind of got a nice thicker, shinier cardstock, and of course the inside is got some really nice paper. It's glossy and shiny and all that good stuff, and probably justifies the $3.99 cover price nowadays for these. Here's number 3, and here is number 4. You can see the artwork is a little. I'm not a big fan of this. I'm not sure if it changed for number. So these are the first 4 issues. This was the first story arc. And then with number 5, the artwork kind of became a little more appealing to me, a little more conventional, it seems like. And this whole issue, you had to read it like this. So all the comic panels were horizontal, or in, I guess, landscape mode, and not your typical, conventional portrait mode, I guess. And then here's the last issue, number 6. This is up to date. This came in. Well, I picked it up this week on Wednesday when I went in just to get my stash. So I got 1 through 6 here at Batman Superman. Great series. And then here's the couple latest issues of Star Wars. There's number 12. Here's number 11. I haven't shown the other ones I've gotten up to this point. Maybe I'll do like a title-specific recap of some of these when I get a whole bunch of them accumulated. But it's 11 and 12. Picked them up this week. It's part of my comic haul. And then here's Batman. Can't really see it. It's all black cover. It's number 25. And 0-year issue. And pretty much tells the story of Batman his very first year fighting crime in Gotham. At least that's how I interpret it. Not much to look at with that cover. The Dark Knight. One of my plans is over the holiday break just to kind of catch up on this series in its entirety. I still pull the issues every month. Haven't read a single one yet. I don't even know if this book is good. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just do a marathon catch-up session on this title and determine if I want to keep pulling it or not, because and I like to streamline what I'm getting, but I just can't seem to cut the cord on some of these titles. Here's Batman. Definitely not this one. This is a great title. In fact, this one and Detective are probably my 2 favorites. It's number 26. And then here's number 26 of Detective. Justice League. I got a little pissed off with this series. Essentially, I'm not sure which one it was, but there was like a tie-in with like a whole bunch of other comic books, and so when I got around to reading, did I read this one? I don't know, whatever I just read, maybe it was the one previous to this, but essentially when I read from like 23 to 24, for example, between 23 and 24 were like 6 other comic book stories that I did not read. And so when I got to issue 24, for example, I missed like a significant portion of whatever storyline that was. And I'm not sure if this might be a whole new arc. Maybe it's back to normal with this issue. I don't know. But anyway, that's the Justice League. And then over here I got these Star Wars comics. The Star Wars, it's called. This was the George Lucas's original rough draft screenplay. It's an 8-issue series. I got the first 4 issues here. Number 1. And I haven't read this yet either. And I'll catch up to it. It's only 8, so even if I don't read it, until after it's all done, it's only 8 issues I gotta read. I could burn that off in like in one sitting. So here's number 3. It's kind of cool. Here's Desert Ambush here. There's Darth Vader, it looks like. You can see some of the artwork. Interesting that this is number 3, and this is occurring in the middle of the story arc. This whole looks like desert scene. So anyway, I'm not going to go through the whole comic book, but so there you have it, Star Wars, the Star Wars, and so for some future video ideas for Friday Night Comics, I'm thinking maybe I'm at the point now where, for example, I got issue number 26 here of Detective. Maybe I'll go through and run through a comic cover showcase of Detective up until this point, and then maybe the Batman and some of these other ones that I've been collecting over the last several months. I did add a new title to my subscription list, and I didn't realize until after I got home that they forgot to put it in my bucket. And it's a comic called Black Science from Image Comics. I was going to do a review on it because it sounds interesting. It's about some people that get caught up in a wormhole or a vortex, and they get into an alternate universe and trying to find their way back to like Earth, normal time or whatever. So again, I don't have it, and I was going to do a review on it. So I guess I'll have to wait until next time, probably a couple weeks, when I'll go back and pick up the rest of my my stash. So anyway, that's it for this episode of Friday Night Comics. Just a hodgepodge of weekly pickups and past pickups, and yeah. And I will. What's next week? Maybe next week I'll be back. I don't know. Can't guarantee it. Stay tuned. See you next time.